Mate, I'm keen to hear though that I know that you clearly a fair bit of thought has gone behind your you guys kicking off what you're doing, and certainly to get to the point that you are now. I'm interested to hear what's the biggest lesson that you've learned on your journey, the nano journey, and work into this space.
Yeah, so like I guess like starting any company up from scratch, there's always challenges, and I was fortunate to be at the helm at the founding part of the founding team at Volt, and joining the Nano team at such an early stage to really build on my lessons that I took from Volt and applying those lessons into the Nano build. So a lot of the focus early on is about your choice of vendors. It's about your the structures that you're setting up. So that a lot of lessons went in and were invaluable into our early journey at Nano. And really the vision that I kind of bought into was that, like, if you look at the home loan space, it's very fragmented. It still remains relatively old school. If you look right across the board, there are digital players in the space, but there's still a lot of room for disruption. It's a huge market here in Australia. Like it's and if you look across over the water at the US and the States, like the likes of kind of Rocket Mortgage that take on that kind of digital veneer, and really the growth that they've seen on that side of the earth is phenomenal. Like they're now originating, probably in the range of kind of 20 to 30% of home loans across the board. Like, and that's from kind of being a startup like under a decade ago. So, and we see kind of similar patterns here. I guess moving in that simple, fast and fair transparency. Like it's all about bringing those values into your core business model. But then the biggest trend, just to call out, in fintech that I think is going to kind of propel a lot of these businesses and the strategies forward over the course of the next few years is embedded finance. So this notion of kind of embedding payments, embedding e-commerce, embedding lending, embedding insurance into your kind of normal day-to-day interactions. So like no one gets super excited, wakes up and thinks, oh, I really want to go to my bank today, or I really want to do some banking today. But someone might get super excited thinking, oh, do you know what? I want to buy something new for my house, or I want to buy a new house, or I want to renovate my house. But in order to do that, you're going to create experiences that those people already go to, those certain vendors that they already speak with, those merchants, etc. And this idea of embedded finance allows, as a kind of add-on to additional business models, allows an entry point for businesses to play in a platform space and open up new revenue lines. So that's a kind of a big trend that I think we'll see play out over the next couple of years.
Yeah, I actually have been getting excited to go to the banks because with the COVID lockdown, the lines are really short, and I've had these checks that I needed to bank because God knows why.
Oh, mate, you're still dealing with checks.
Checks still exist. Yeah, it's shares pay dividends or something. They send checks if you're not organized enough to get them to not send checks. But there are very few lines at the bank. So if you can find the right bank, lesson though, that just because Westpac has a red logo, it is not NAB. So you need to make sure you find the right bank if you do go there.